I am back here this week with another video. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Sofia and I am a certified strength coach, and I help people with chronic back pain and piriformis syndrome heal naturally through mindset, nutrition, and movement. So if you have chronic back pain and hip pain that just won't go away, consider subscribing to my channel and also checking out my website. All the links are below this video. I have tons of resources to help you out. So today I want to specifically talk about stretching, but I don't want to be giving you more stretches. I actually want to tell you about 3 stretches and also some exercises that you should completely eliminate if you are experiencing pain when you're bending forward or when you're flexing your spine. So one thing I want to share with you guys is that I grew my website mainly through Pinterest, and every month I get a lot of traffic from Pinterest. And one of the top Pinterest blog photos that people click through to get to my website is actually, about stretching. I have a blog post about hip stretches to do, and that's one of my main popular blog posts. And if you also look at my YouTube channel, the same video I share in a blog post have, I think, the highest amount of views. So I know that stretching is like the first thing that people think about when they have pain anywhere in their body. And my take on it is that you should never be stretching mindlessly without really having a purpose behind it. Because if you are just doing a lot of stretching without a goal in mind, then you can be creating a lot of instability. And I mentioned that everywhere, even on my blog post about stretching. So in this video, I want to share with you why you should be avoiding certain stretches. So if you are experiencing back pain mainly from a disc bulge, and please pay close attention to this video. But if you are experiencing pain every time you're bending forward and you're flexing your spine, this will also apply. If you have done an MRI and they told you that you have a disc bulge, you really want to find out the direction of that disc bulge. Like, where is it facing? Is it facing forward? Is it facing backward? Or is it facing to the sides? Because that would really determine your recovery plan. You don't want to be just doing exercises that may make it worse, something that could actually push the disc bulge out further. So that's what we're going to be talking about. So if you don't know, I would really consider calling my doctor and really finding out the direction of that disc bulge, like where is it facing, so that you are more aware of what to do. But there are tests to kind of figure it out, and usually, if you have a lot of pain bending forward, that most likely the disc bulge is facing the back. And if you have the opposite problem where extension is more painful but flexion is okay, then more likely the disc bulge is facing forward towards the body. But it's just the only way to know 100% is when you see it on a scan. And there are a lot of people who don't have a disc bulge, but they do experience the same problem. Sometimes bending forward is more painful than bending backwards. So going through these tests would really allow you to really know your pain triggers. And that is something that I focus on a lot in my coaching program. So I take a whole hour to investigate these things with my clients. So if that's something that you need help with, please check out my program. The link is below. So as I mentioned, the first thing you want to do is you want to, of course, avoid those pain triggers. So, what happens is that people put a lot of effort into that, but then they go and they do certain exercises and stretches, from Pinterest or Google or from the internet without really knowing if that applies to their current condition and if that stretch is actually going to help them or make things worse. And, comment below and tell me if you do experience more pain through doing certain stretches, because I certainly have. Way back when I had a lot of pain, I would just go ahead and stretch 10 times a day, and I call it stretchinitis, because it's like you're just stretching all day, every day, so that you can get that quick relief. So if you do have an anterior bulge, that means disc bulge is facing inwards towards the body. Of course, you want to avoid anything that will make it worse. So the stretches and exercises that I would avoid would be anything that put my body into extension. So for example, the prone cobra exercise or any hyperextension exercises you do at the gym. And I realize that these are amazing movements to restore posture, but when you have a disc bulge you're trying to heal, you have to find other ways to restore your posture without getting in that hyperextension. Another one is the back bend. For people who are doing yoga, that's a very aggressive stretch that could really put you in a bad flare-up. And moving on to the opposite case, if the bulge is facing the back, the stretches or exercise I would completely eliminate are anything that where I'm bent forward, where I am flexing my spine completely. Like, I'm sure if you just Google back pain right now, the first stretch that will show up is someone bent forward to touch their feet, right? Or, you know, someone lying on the floor and bringing their knees towards their chest and really hugging their knees, or just pulling one knee towards their chest and then alternating with the other knee. If you have a disc bulge, like, think about really repeating that movement standing up. Would you have pain? If the answer is yes, then you should not be replicating the same movement lying down. It's the same effect. So why are you avoiding bending forward with your spine but getting on the floor and repeating the same movement? The other exercises I would completely eliminate are crunches. Guys, like, crunches, unless you really want to get the pump to make your abs show up, I don't really see the benefit of that exercise. It doesn't tap into the deep core muscles besides, you know, making your abs show up more, if that's your goal. There are tons of ways to train your deep core muscles and really tap into them. So I share some of my exercises on this channel, and I have tons of them inside the Back Pain Bootcamp or my other coaching programs. So find ways where you can really strengthen your body without feeding the imbalances, because that's what happens to most people. You know, they get a little better, but they don't know what is causing the pain, and then they go ahead and try to do all of these stretches and exercises that are really feeding the imbalances, and they never get anywhere. It's like they're stuck in this, they plateau basically, and they just can't get to their 100%. So here's the deal, guys. When you are trying to heal your back or your glutes or hip pain, you're not going to be able to do everything. When I was first going back to the gym trying to strengthen my body, I knew my limitations, and that was okay. As long as I could just do what I can right now and build my strength and get to my goal, I was fine with that. So which would you prefer? To be able to do a few things without pain, or to just overwhelm yourself with tons of things and just never get anywhere? So when you are doing something in your recovery, either it's a stretch or an exercise, make sure it's a productive recovery tool. Make sure that you're only including the things that will help you reach your goal. And if you're not sure if a stretch or exercise will do that, then do your own research. You know, it's really important to know, to really learn about your body and know what can help you and what can be feeding the imbalance, because that could make a huge difference in your recovery. And one last thing, your body will heal. You just have to give it the right tools at the right time. And again, guys, if you need customized help with this, reach out to me. You can either comment below or check out my website. I will leave all of the links and resources below this video. And again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and I'll see you guys next time.